I'm Jared Quan. I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. I thought I would live there my whole life until I got married. And my wife was from Bountiful, Utah. And as it turns out, she didn't love the summers in Phoenix. So we moved to Utah, and that was 22 years ago. So I'm used to the climate now. Now, it was probably about a decade ago that I published a book, and I went to FanX and I was trying to sell my book. And it didn't do so well, but all the questions I was getting from people were, how did you get published? How do I get to where you are? So I went home and talked with my wife, and I thought there's got to be a better way to help people find these resources. And that led me to the West Jordan Arts Council, which was really cool. And I was the second assistant to the literary chair. So the person who sat in the back of the room and kind of nodded their head and set up chairs for events. And then at the same time, I got selected to be the vice president of a local chapter of the League of Utah Writers. Once that happened, I found like there was a lot of joy in helping groups collaborate and put big things together, as well as help give back to the community, which was really neat. So once that happened and we had a lot of great success, that's when organizations started to ask if I could kind of help them a little bit more. And I got to lead the League of Utah Writers, which turns 88 this year. The thing that's driven me to volunteer and be more involved in the community is that I didn't have access to those resources. And when I've been able to help and participate and give people access to those resources, I've seen people be very successful. And there's like a certain amount of joy when they achieve something they didn't think they were going to be able to. I feel like there's an element of communications that's lost these days. What I love about mentoring young authors or young individuals to encourage them to develop their writing is that they get to express themselves in a much broader sense. They get to really write out their feelings. And it's not just a statement. It lets them really think through the full process. Any of those tools that they develop, regardless if they go into publishing, it's going to help them in their professional life. Nothing's cooler than when you see young individuals being able to construct very sophisticated emails and very clean, and that's very important in today's corporate environment. Service is one of the most joyful things that anybody can do. To see the results of service is life-changing. To see the impact on individuals, I cannot understate how important it is and how good it feels to really help people get to that next level. And service does so much more than just that little bit that you see. It goes deeper. It encourages people to do things. Actions, take on more actions, and it's a trickle-down effect of positive and good things. The more service that's done in Utah, just the better everything's gonna be. And I think I encourage everybody to take the opportunity to give back or do service, even in the smallest ways. They don't have to devote half their life or be on 5 different nonprofit boards to make an impact on the community. It could be little amounts of service here or there. But going out of your way to give just a little bit goes a long way.